Severe weather season is ramping up.
And guess what? We've got a parade of storms coming right at you again.
So we got ourselves about 2 weeks of nasty weather.
Let's go forward.
Here it comes.
Here we go.
It's actually kind of a uniquely active severe weather setup for the next week or so.
The ingredients are really all there.
Large hail, damaging winds, isolated tornadoes, the thunderstorms, flash flooding, damaging winds, and tornadoes are the threat.
Wet weather in California, gosh, that is something we have seen time and time again, and we're about to see more rounds of this.
The Pacific Ocean is loaded up with storms.
So you see those little spinny things out in the Pacific Ocean? Actually, they're kind of big spinny things. They're areas of low pressure. They spin counterclockwise. They're basically storm systems. And
well, let's label these. 1, 2, and you see all the way over here? This is going to be 3.
And we're just going to see storm after storm after storm after storm coming through the plains.
You're going to want to see weather alert.
Start paying attention and then keep on paying attention.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy? Definitely a wet forecast all the way through Monday and beyond.
Look at the current snow cover in the Sierra. Once this starts to melt, you're going to really start to see, I hope not flooding conditions.
If you have any Sunday plans, make sure to grab the wet gear. You definitely need it.
You're going to want to see weather alert.
Start paying attention and then keep on paying attention.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Weird Severe Weather Week, which will last about 2 weeks. Yeah, that's right. Welcome to Asteroid Challenge Fight Club. I'm your host, Thor.
Where are my brown dwarfs?
I'm talking about certain astronomical phenomena. Stay cool. I don't know if you know this. Thor News is for winners, and that's why you're here. So stick around. Hit the button, baby. This is a Thor News presentation. Thor News presents Party Dance Time.
You know, some of the operational models are showing some pretty vicious outbreaks of severe weather the next 2 weeks here, so I'm kind of concerned.
As we watch the Pacific become active again.
Take a look at the West Coast. We are going to see a very wet setup as one storm system after another moves on in. And
well, a classic clash of the air masses will set up severe weather.
It's just the jet stream set up in this way that is going to be bringing in storm after storm, and all those storms are going to be pretty well set up to produce some severe weather. Now, I'll tell you what, this last week that we have here in March, you're going to see a lot of severe weather.
But notice this other area of concern that's way out there, eventually it's going to make it into the area.
Look at that big hail in Tennessee. That's Cleveland, Tennessee. Just crazy, those scenes when you get the pool in the backyard, you get some big quarter to golf ball size hail falling out of the sky.
Where we are really concerned, so it's very important if you have any warnings and watches that go into effect here, it's very important to heed to all of that.
I want to make a point about the next couple of days, including today. Today, tomorrow, and Saturday, we're all going to have threats for severe weather. And actually, this whole pretty much last week, week and a half of March is going to be very active severe-wise. And
a lot of jet stream energy working its way in.
Yeah, but we have 2 more storms on the way.
The next system comes in late today into tomorrow, and another one comes in after that, so you kind of get the idea.
Gusty winds, also a lot of moisture moving in out of the Gulf, and then right smack dab in the middle, that's where we have the greatest threat of seeing some severe weather.
The setup is there. The ingredients are coming together. Moisture coming up from the Gulf of Mexico. Colder temperatures down from the north. Low pressure will strengthen and also intertwine some jet stream energy.
But we're certainly not done. As you can see, more rounds of wet weather and additional snowfall will be to follow.
Now we got big storms blowing up in the middle of America over Texas, Oklahoma, Louisiana, Kansas, Nebraska. That will have a lot of hail, crazy wind, wild tornadoes, and it'll dump a lot of rain in a short amount of time. And then tomorrow, we got storms hitting the West Coast. And California does not need more rain, but it is getting it. And then those storms will move on out to the east, where they seem to get the most intense. And so now we're looking at the overhead polar Next Lab satellite, and it's keeping us updated on the storm situation that is wild, weird, crazy, and a bit scary. So, as you can see, all these things that are happening up and down, that if you really look at them, you'll be like, holy crap, what is happening to our atmosphere? What is happening to the core? What is happening to everything between the core and our atmosphere? At this moment, we're not looking at that. We're looking at specific storms that may be coming your way. And being in California right now, and with everything that's going on, I wanted to show people that I think right now we're in a danger, and that the danger is that one big storm could really put a lot of California underwater, in my opinion. You don't have to believe me, you don't have to agree, but that's just my opinion, and I'm only telling it to you to try and help save lives, get people prepared for what may be coming. Now, as we watch the storms roll out this way, see them, you watch them, and then they hit the coast. A lot of them sometimes are getting pulled up into the North Alaska area, through Canada during the 3 weeks of dryness and no rain and moisture that California's had. But now it looks like the stormy pattern has returned. And so the one we are watching now, because I think California will definitely make it through this storm, but this is the one right here that has me going, holy wow. And I've been watching this for several days now, since about the 17th. Now, the models have drawn it differently, and they've shown where it goes in different places. A lot of them had it going straight north into Alaska, and several of them had it just kind of evaporating. And every time I look at it, I turn to Sage and go, dude, that is weird. What the hell? I've never seen it do that before. Like, every day, when I pull Total Cloud War, because I'm an obsessive nerd geek like that, trying to be a real life superhero and save lives, get people aware. And so I've had my eye on this storm, for a while, and it just keeps getting weirder. And it does not look like it is just going to evaporate. And it doesn't seem like there's a good chance that it's just going into Alaska. I'm guessing that part of this bad boy is going to end up in California. Now, it looks like it could be 5 to 7 days away, which gives us excellent time to kind of prepare, keep our eyes on this thing. But that is a giant storm, wouldn't you say? I mean, now, if the red means a lot of rain and severe weather, then that thing is super red. And all the weather videos I did, most of them aren't that super red. You know what I'm talking about? That is super duper red, man. So that is just scary. So we're monitoring the situation, and we're going to continue to monitor the situation. So, the middle of America, you're under the weather gun right now. But be on high alert, California. That thing looks nasty. And it's getting pushed out with great force. I mean, even if it breaks off the bottom chunk, and that bottom chunk, I don't know if it hits, or I'd watch out Oregon and Washington. I know you guys are going under flooding due to snowpack melt, which is also another issue that is not necessarily being factored into most reports. So these are just strange, crazy times. It's like they said, it's like we are now in official late March Madness climate change chaos season, and it's scary. It's time for us all to come together. Well, I'll keep you guys updated, because the sicker I get at making weather videos, the more I have to make weather videos. All right, and look at these weird, I guess it's the rotation that's going with strange lines. It's all very crazy. And you can almost see the little herp line in there. Zip. You see it? Yeah. All right. Peace out. God bless everyone. Be cool. Stay cool. Live long and prosper. May the force be with you always. Whoa, indeed. Now look at it. Here's the big major storm we're monitoring. It's big and looks major. So here you got storm after storm after storm after storm after storm. And so if we are going to have super weird, super harsh, super severe weather for 2 straight weeks, plus, then everybody needs to start getting prepared now.